Hi, how are you? I started doing this in a different place. I did it through here, but I didn't get, my camera didn't come up, only the face, and I was trying to get it so I could get, I wanted to get the chat. Now, my husband told me what to do it, and I'm not very good at that, so I've just got my live chat going on the side. If you want to see, let's have a look. So we're going to use the Forever Forest dies and the dies and the stamps, where I do have some instructions there. I don't know how blurry that is. Not instructions, content that you can snapshot now. I'll put it down there, maybe it's too low. This is the card and the envelope, so look at that. So it's just an easy shaker, and I've used the trees from the dies and the sayings from another dies card stamp set. Oops, I've dropped my little sneaky easy thing to do. I used the greeting Merry Christmas from Brightest Glow, which was still in our normal catalogue running, so it's current. Let's have a look and start. Now, I've also used Pretty Peacock ink and white ink. I did use my Versamark for here, so I'll just put that to the side for now. I have my cardstock here, which is 11 inches by 4 1/8. And then I'll just get, this is the easy way to do it, so we can score. So as you can see, I mean, sometimes I just bend them and do that. So it's 11 but by 4, and if you have a look here, I'll show it again so you know, it's 4 and 1 point, which is 1/8. So that way you get your whole, if you had them all together, you'd get, that's your whole sheet, and you get 2 cards. So I've used that as scrap today. And so I'm going to score that at 5.5. I'm going to use a little one because I think it's easier. And then I'm just going to pop that up to the end, and it just bends easier. Often if I don't have this real close, I just I bend it over and I put my finger here to hold that piece, and then I use my bone folder and push it down. So that's easy. That's really simple. All right, and then we've got another piece, and this, if you look, sorry, I'll take the ingredients. So in here, Pretty Peacock, 11 by 4 1/4, 4 1/8, and 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. So there you go. 5 1/4 by 3 7/8. All right. We also have our white inside mat, which is 5 1/4 by 3 7/8, exactly the same as that, and that will be stamping. And I'm just going to try and see if I haven't put, and we've got our envelope, which I will also be stamping. So let's get stuck in. I'm going to be using my tear and tape, my dimensionals. I'm also using the water painter. So I've got one somewhere, Phil. I find it. With all this stuff on the desk, I don't know what I'm doing. Now, the new sparkles I've ordered, but they didn't come in time. So I've used some old ones, the effervescent elements. I can't even read it. Which you probably have if you've got stuff from last Christmas. They aren't in the catalogue. I've looked and looked for it. I can't believe it because they're just beautiful. So I've used those instead because the others hadn't arrived. So my tools, I need a spoon. I've got the water painter with a little bit of water in it. I've got a blending brush. and let's get started. I'll just have to move a few things. Right, maybe if we do our stamping first, isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? Listen, please subscribe. If you are the first to subscribe for this card, I will actually send you this card if you're in Australia. But you need to message me on Annette Falconer, Independent Demonstrator on Facebook, and I will message you back when you contact me there. You can join that group to keep an eye on what I'm doing, because I don't really have a blog. I just have a cuppa though. I don't do a blog because I can't spell, and I don't want everyone going, oh, you can't spell. So my husband tells me enough. So that's the card and envelope I've done. There is a host code for August. That's just there. I'll push that out for you. That runs out in, I think, a day. And that, of course, is my independent. That's where you shop with me, and that's it. But I'll put that onto the ad when I'm finished. All right, let's get moving. So for our inside, we are definitely, I'm just going to do that because I like to get the inking out of the road a little bit. I'll put my card piece over. So for the ink, we're using the Pretty Peacock, and we're going to use the white in a minute. I'll show you that. And I'm going to have to stamp that as well. There's a wee bit of stamping. So we're going to start with the trees, and I used the little group of trees down here, and as you can see inside I put the little group of trees and the stamp and on the envelope. So I'm going to get, actually I might get a nice big one. And luckily we've got, oh, I might even have to get the bigger one. Oh my goodness. Probably won't be able to get it out. So this is the Stampin' Up massive box of everything, and I think that one will do. I'm going to have to use that because my nails, I can't get into it. So it's quite handy having this big one. I do run classes at home, so I often need more stamps for more ladies. I wish I could buy more stamp sets so they didn't have to line up, but you know, it's the fun of having a class, isn't it? You get to do things. So I'm just going to pop that on. And what I'm going to do is I will first of all do the inside mat. So that's, we're doing ours long ways. And I'm just going to put it down there. And that's done. I'm also going to just, actually I'm only going to do a single little tree for on the envelope. I think I did. Yes, I did. So I'm just going to do a single tree on the envelope, and that's done. Clean them off and put it away. Oh, I hope you're having a good day, guys, because I can tell you now, I've got one kid with chicken pox. I was meant to go out for lunch yesterday, and I said to my friend, well, unless you want to play, what's that, 100 dots game, I don't think I'll be coming. So... But he's oh look, you know, he's 14 and he's a very stoic young man. So what I might do also while I have that out is put the greeting on the inside, which I did to you and yours this Christmas. And again, that is out of the Brightest Glow. Where is it? To you and yours at Christmas. I think it's lovely. I mean, like a lot of the American sayings about happy holidays, and I suppose because people don't do that, but then if people didn't celebrate Christmas, we wouldn't send them a card, even if it was happy holidays, because they don't celebrate Christmas. So you've got to respect their way of life. As you all know, I love it. I can't wait for it. But my husband and I have decided to downsize the property a bit because we have a double block, and it's a massive property. So while I'm here, I'll put that Merry Christmas on there, but I won't stamp that yet. Where am I going to put that? I'll just stand it up here. I'll have that ready. All right, so we've got now we're going to do the stamping on here. And what I might do is bring in my bit of scrap so I don't get ink everywhere. So this is the piece that's on its own, not the card, not straight on the card. And so I'm going to stamp that along the bottom, nice and dark. Oh, I love these trees. I got to say, I wish we had trees like that here. We have nice pines, but these ones have just got that strippy look. I don't know. Well, it actually does remind me, when we were younger, my husband played football, and which is Australian rules, not American football. And we used to go to the football ground, and it was all covered in trees, but they were much bigger than these, and they were very, very big. And we had 3 children. We've got 5, but we only had 3 then. And back in those days, we all sewed. So I made, apparently, the parachute outfits were all the go. So I made the parachute outfits, but I made them in bright colours. So when they were jumping, and I had the baby, so the other 2 were jumping around with all their friends, I could see them running around the trees while I watched my husband play football. And because I'm a New Zealander, I didn't understand the football as much. So, okay, so that's our stamping on those. We do have to do a little more soon, but right now we're not. So what I'm going to do next, to pop that away, is I'm going to get this is the white ink pad, okay, and I'll get my blending brush, and I'm just going to put a little bit of cloud or mist. Reminds me when we drove back from football, we got some stories, mate. I got stories. We had a Volkswagen with the first 3 kids because we were very young. We were 23 when we had our first kids, and we had to go to football, and it was in Phillip Island, so it was Kilcunda it was actually, about 3 or 4 hours away, and not 3 hours, wherever it was a good hour and a half or something like that. Got them in Belshranto, and we used to squeeze the kids in this car. All the paraphernalia, you know, lunches were made because we had no money back then. Isn't that looking lovely? Do you like that? It's like and anyway, they played football, and we lost, and my husband's 6'6", so he was the ruckman, and, you know, he's a really good player, but this day it didn't go well. We had to drive all the way back to Melbourne, and then we had to drive all the way up to his parents', which was another 3 hours with the kids, in this tiny little car bouncing along, a little Volksy, and he was shitty because he didn't win. Oh my God, I'm amazed we even made it to our trip. I made it there. But it's so funny what you do. It's funny, but that's what those trees bring back to me, is the days of the football and the kids running through the field. Okay, so as far as I don't need that stamp set anymore. So what I'm going to do here is I've got my ink painter. I'm just going to get a little glass block, and where's my, oh, here it is over here. So I've got some white ink, which is a refill for my pad, and I'm just going to put just a dot on there. Okay, can you see that? It's very, very light, and I'm just going to get a little bit of water onto that. You've got to give it a wee squeeze. See how it drops in? You can't really see, see? You see the drop come out, so I just want it a wee bit wet. Okay, and I'm going to just mess that up a little bit, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of snowdrops. Oh, that might be too big. Just take it slow. Isn't that nice? Oh, it's really snowing. I was going to try putting some on the inside mat on the trees. I did on the other one, So while I've got it here, I might as well give it a little more dot, a little more water. And we might just give the trees a little bit of sparkle all over the card. Why not? You'll see why when it... Oh, that looks good. All right, let me get a wet one. Get a wet one. And we'll just take that off because I don't want to let that white dry. I don't know if it'll dry very well. I might just push out some water and give that a clean. I'll do it more later, but I just don't want it gumming up the water painter. And I'll clean that block off. So see, it's not really hard, is it? It's quite easy. All right, put the lid on that. And put that white away before. Look, I've got white on my fingers. Just give those a clean so I'm not doing it. So see, it's drying off a little bit. So we'll just put that to the side for a minute. We've done all that. Look how fast it's going. It's just really good. All right, just have to fix up. Things are rolling around. What am I up to now, guys? All right, so we need here. Have a look at these. Look at these. Aren't they gorgeous? So we're going to use these 3 trees. I didn't want any mountains because I thought it already got everything it needs. So the gold, where am I? Whites, cardstock, blending brushes, water painters, craft, loose sequins. The rose gold foil sheets, they're from, which I've cut 3 trees from, so that's what I'm using. So I've just cut a strip of it off so that I can get it through my machine. I've got my little cranky machine here. Let me put number 1, number 2, put down. Now what I might do is just measure how many I can get. Okay, get one there. And one here. I don't normally do this. I like to have it made so it doesn't take too long, but I think that when you see these come out, they're so beautiful. I'm easily amused. Okay, and am I going the right way? Yeah. I might do it like this. There we go. I've got to give it a little shovey shove. And look at the shake. I'm trying not to shake. I'm trying. All right. Out of the road. And here's my dye packet because, oh my goodness, if you don't put it back in, you'll end up losing it and then you'll be absolutely annoyed. They are lovely trees. Sometimes I think it's a shame when they bring the minis out because they're only out for 6 months or something. But, you know, you can, whatever your cards are, that if you keep your stamp sets and whatever, as a demonstrator, they want you to use all the new stuff. But you just keep using them and you'll be, you know, like you can put them away and do anything with them. So I am going to attach these here now, and I'm going to use my little tiny glue bottle. Next week I'm actually using some old product, so if you've got the By the Oceans DSP, or you've got, oh, that's not, for some reason that's not working here. Let me show you another trick. Okay, get your glue mat, put down a bit of glue like that. I'm going to run a little bit, and then we're going to run our tree through it. Okay, just making sure you don't get anything on. Bring that back. So he's going to sit there. So put my hand on it to hold it down because it's heavy. The thing is heavy. And I'll get my wipe again because I don't want to mess it up. I've got a little bit in there. That's all right. All right, so I'm going to take that bit out before I end up doing the same. All right, so just gently run him through. Okay, and number 2. Let's push that down. And number 3. And by the time you get to number 3, you can use it all up. How is that? Clean that mat off so I don't stick my hand in it. Oh, put it over there. Okay, let me just get my hands all clean again, sorry. Right, so that part is done there. So now we're going to do the next bit. So we're going to get one of our bags and we're going to put our card into the bag. Okay, it's gone in the bag. And move it to the side. Alright, we're going to get our tear and tape. This is what I mean, it's so easy. And this is one, I mean, honestly, I reckon my friends will love this one. And so, first one to subscribe today and send me your message, you get this card. Just making sure it's all into the corners properly. Don't want it moving. That's it. Might give that a little tap down. And these picking tools are really good because you can just grab it up like that. So pull it tight and fold it down. Now you take off your tag. I might have to use my tool because my nails are not wanting to behave. And then that's so lightweight, that thing, it sticks to your fingers. Alright, and so I am going to just take it over there a bit. Okay. Ready? And I'm going to do the same with that because I don't want it to catch. Now, what we're going to do is fold that over. No, we're not. We're going to, first of all, I nearly forgot, we're going to put the jewels in. Come to mama. Oh, look at these buggers. They're so nice. What did I do? I might have glue all over me. Okay. About 2 teaspoons of them makes the medicine go down. Right, now we'll clip that down. Okay, nice and tight. Right, so get your tear and tape again, and we're going to go round all of the outside of the card. Because you can use, there's a big tape, but this is faster. And it's, the other one you've got to be so careful not to have anything fall out. And I just think this is really cool. This is nice and easy. Now what I'm going to do is get, if I can find it. Where's my bone folder? Yeah, here it is under there, it's hiding. I'm just going to give that an extra bit of a push down. Have a look at this, look. Isn't that lovely? Oh, so exciting. Now we've got our card ready here, remember. Have it, make sure you got it opening the right way. You don't want to put it on. And you are. So you can see here, it fits just inside with a little bit of an edge. And so we're going to take off all our tape. And get in there. Gotta go and get that kid out of bed and put him in a pine tassel bath in a minute. And they don't use calamine lotion anymore, they use a gel. You give him antihistamines, and he's quite happy up there with his... Oh, I'm going to run another one down the middle. I nearly forgot about that. Just to give that extra, because of that bag thing there, just to make sure that's got plenty of stick. So, oh, I feel those beads underneath. Okay, get that off. Just making sure there's no sticky on there. Because if you put glue on, and I use my silicone mat, but just check, because otherwise you get glue on your card, and then you've got to scrub it off. I mean, you can get these rubbers on Amazon, I think I got it, and it rubs off glue, but you're still making, you don't want to do that. Alright, let me just see. There's a little bit sticking out there. There it goes. How's that? Is there? Nope. No one's on. That's alright. Watch it later. Look at that. Look at that. So while we got that open and we got that down, we might as well put the inside mat in. So just go run it around the outside. You don't need a lot with this Tombow, it's really good. Isn't that lovely? Alright, so next we've just got to do the Merry Christmas. Now that is done with, let's get those out of the road, is with the same green that we had there. So I'm just going to cut a piece off. So it's not a big piece. And we're going to get our Merry Christmas. And we have to clean this with your little cleaning tool. Now if you don't have one, just corn flour and a piece of gauze. Make your own. So there's all the tools you need for this. So we use the Versamark. Oops, my stamp come off. So use Versamark. Okay, you can, I don't know, you can see it's a bit shiny. That's the Versamark, you can't really see it. And I didn't do that big enough. Doesn't matter. Right, down. There's no rocking. And I'm doing it white because I've got enough gold on. Okay. Just going to give it an extra. I like that. Now, just to put this all back in, because at $20 a bottle, you don't lose it. Just clean my tray for next time, because if you use a different colour, you'll have white sparks on that. So this is you can get a kit from Stampin' Up for that as well, to be honest. So they have something for everything. I'll pop that over there. Right. So now I'm going to make a little bit of noise. I don't think, yeah, you can see it there. I'm just going to put my heat tool, and you're going to see it when it warms up. See how it's starting to change? Gets darker. And nice, warm. Cut that off here. Okay, and I'm just going to do a little fussy cutting around it because I like it. I liked it like this rather than a block because I've already got a lot of stuff on it. I didn't just want a big square. It sort of looked a bit funny. But everyone's to their own. If you want to do it on a square, you do it on a square. There we go. I'll take that down just a little bit and round that off just a little bit. Yeah. See? It doesn't take long. And I mean, the good thing is, normally when I make this type of card, I make 2 at a time. Because you got one big piece of card, you might as well work 2 because you're always going to have someone to give it to for Christmas. I love to make cards for Christmas. I send a lot out, and I start in the beginning of the year, and I do one when I do my I have ladies come here for classes once a month, and so we always do a Christmas card, so that at Christmas they've got like 10 cards already made, and I get a pile going. Luckily, most Christmases people want to buy some, so if you want some, I sell them. You can always get them. Now, did I put this on with dimensionals? I did. Yeah, with Stampin' Up, you're not allowed to stamp, so if you wanted to get a kit to this, all the stuff for it, you'd still have to buy the stamp set. And I think this stamp set, well, if you get the lot, it's a bundle. I'll just have a quick look how much the bundle is. And it's not due out till the 6th. I'm not allowed to show you the catalogue, so you can't see it, can you? No. Where is it? Oh, okay. The bundle is $99.75. So if you buy the bundle, I'll make you, and you tag me, like put my host code and do it through my shop, I'll make you up 4 cards, different cards using the bundle. So to say thank you for shopping with me. But it's not a problem here nor there. I don't pressure people into that. I love doing it. It's been the best thing since sliced bread, since I got the twins. I used to play golf, I used to sew a lot, but when I got the twins I was so busy, a lot of that went out the window. And when I've always made Christmas cards and birthday cards, but I joined Stampin' Up nearly 2 years ago, and I've got to say, I do love their product. I don't like that it's only in for 2 years, and sometimes it goes a bit longer, but I've learnt to adjust to that. And there we go. Voila! How's that? So, if you subscribe, you can have one of these. The first person to subscribe. If you want to see any of my YouTubes, you just hit the notification bell and they'll call you. So I'm Nettie, and see you later. Thanks for joining me. I'm trying to find out how to stop. Where is it? Oh, my thing wasn't there. Bye.